A major winter storm is sweeping across the eastern U.S., bringing with it a dramatic shift in the weather that will impact millions. As the first flakes begin to fall, cities and towns from the Midwest to the Atlantic coast are bracing for a powerful blast of winter. This system is unleashing a dangerous combination of heavy snow, howling winds, and bone-chilling cold. Streets that were clear just hours ago are quickly being transformed into icy, treacherous paths, and the wind is whipping snow into blinding drifts. This isn't your typical November chill. An Arctic blast is plunging south, with winter storm warnings stretching from the Great Lakes to the Appalachians. Meteorologists are calling this one of the earliest and most intense cold snaps in recent memory, with temperatures dropping rapidly and wind chills making it feel even colder. For many, the storm begins as a cold rain, but as the mercury falls, that rain quickly changes to heavy wet snow. Roads and sidewalks become slick in a matter of minutes, and the weight of the snow can bring down tree branches and power lines, adding to the hazards. Roads will ice over in hours, catching many off guard this early in the season. Black ice, nearly invisible to drivers, will make travel especially dangerous, and emergency crews are already preparing for a surge in accidents and stranded vehicles. The real threat is the combination of heavy snow followed by life-threatening cold. As snow piles up, temperatures will continue to drop, creating a deep freeze that can last for days and make recovery efforts even more challenging. Fierce winds will whip through the region, reducing visibility to near zero at times and driving wind chills to dangerously low levels. Whiteout conditions could make even short trips perilous, and frostbite can set in within minutes if you're not properly dressed. This Arctic air mass is so powerful that it will reach as far south as the Gulf Coast and even parts of Florida, places that rarely see snow or freezing temperatures. From the northern plains to the southern beaches, no one is immune from this winter onslaught. In the next sections, we'll break down where the heaviest snow will fall, the timeline for when conditions will worsen, and what you need to do to stay safe. We'll also look at how long this cold snap is expected to last and which areas are at greatest risk. We'll cover travel impacts, school and business closures, and critical safety tips to protect you and your loved ones. From preparing your home to assembling emergency kits, we'll help you get ready for whatever this storm brings. Stay alert. Being prepared is your best defense. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive weather alerts and check in on neighbors who may need extra help during this dangerous event. Let's dive into the details of this powerful winter storm and learn how you can stay safe as the storm arrives. The engine behind this storm is a dramatic dip in the jet stream, pulling frigid Arctic air deep into the U.S. As this cold air collides with warm, moist air from the Gulf, it forces the moisture upward, creating clouds and, with freezing temps, heavy snow. Near the Great Lakes, bitter cold air passing over warmer waters fuels intense, localized lake-effect snow bands. These bands can dump over a foot of snow in narrow areas, turning minor events into major ones. With this storm, the snow-to-liquid ratio is high, meaning even small amounts of moisture can produce deep, fluffy snow. That's why accumulations will pile up fast, even where moisture seems limited. All the ingredients are in place for a classic high-impact winter storm. So, who's in the bullseye for heavy snow? Let's break down exactly where the biggest impacts are expected and who needs to be on high alert as this winter storm barrels in. The path of this system is setting up a classic scenario for major snow totals in some areas, while others may just get a glancing blow. The high peaks of the Appalachians, like Mount Mitchell and Beech Mountain, could see 10 to 14 inches, with lower valleys getting several inches as well. These mountains are notorious for wringing out extra moisture from passing storms, so totals here can really pile up fast. If you live or travel in these areas, be prepared for deep snow, whiteout conditions, and the possibility of roads becoming impassable for hours or even days. Mountain towns from Asheville to West Virginia should prepare for power outages and being snowed in. Heavy, wet snow can weigh down trees and power lines, leading to widespread outages. Emergency crews may have trouble reaching some communities, so it's smart to stock up on essentials and have backup heat sources ready. Residents are urged to gather supplies now. Think food, water, batteries, and medications before the worst of the storm hits. The Ohio Valley, including Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio, will see 1 to 3 inches, enough to make roads slick, especially as temps drop. Even though these totals might sound modest, the timing of the snow could coincide with rush hour, making travel especially hazardous. Even a couple inches can cause major travel headaches when the ground freezes. Black ice and sudden snow squalls can catch drivers off guard, leading to accidents and delays. If you must travel, give yourself extra time and drive with extreme caution. The Piedmont of the Carolinas may dodge the heaviest snow, but flurries and quick bursts could still create slick spots. Even a brief snow shower can quickly coat roads and sidewalks, especially overnight when temperatures drop below freezing. Downsloping winds may dry out the air, but don't let your guard down. Gusty winds can blow snow back onto cleared roads and reduce visibility, making travel tricky even after the snow stops falling. This is a tricky forecast. Everyone from the mountains to the Carolinas needs to stay tuned. Small changes in the storm's track could mean big differences in who gets buried and who escapes with just a dusting. The snow will be heavy, wet, and fast. Be ready for rapidly changing conditions. Accumulations can happen in just a few hours, and the weight of the snow could cause tree limbs to snap or roofs to sag. Stay alert for updates as the storm evolves. Keep your devices charged, check in on neighbors, and be ready to adapt your plans as new information comes in. This is one winter storm you don't want to underestimate. The Great Lakes are supercharging this storm with classic lake effect snow. Arctic air streaming over the warm lakes creates intense snow bands, especially downwind of Lakes Michigan, Erie, and Ontario. Northern Indiana, western Pennsylvania, and upstate New York could see over a foot of snow in persistent bands. These narrow bands can drop 2 to 3 inches per hour, causing whiteouts and sudden travel hazards. Just a few miles can mean the difference between flurries and a foot of snow. Wind direction is key. A west-northwest wind will maximize snow for some regions. If you're in a snowbelt, prepare for a long-duration, high-impact event. Local forecasts may vary drastically. Stay informed. Lake effect snow is relentless and can paralyze communities in hours. Timing is critical. Here's the play-by-play. The storm begins late Sunday night in the Midwest, with rain quickly changing to snow in Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, and Ohio. By Monday morning, travel will be hazardous as roads freeze. Monday, the snow intensifies and shifts into the Ohio Valley and Appalachians. Expect the heaviest snow and worse conditions then. By Monday evening, the Northeast gets hit hardest, especially upstate New York and western Pennsylvania. Snow tapers off by early Tuesday, but the impacts linger. Roads will be icy and dangerous. Lake effect snow continues into Tuesday, piling up in localized areas. The most dangerous cold arrives Monday night and lasts through Tuesday. Plan travel and activities around this 48-hour are databajsten are andenshan gans stuin stan kuri dafro. The basnotic say dabmabiri, but the cold that follows is the real danger. The snow is just the start. What follows is a relentless wave of cold that will grip the nation. As the first flakes settle, a much more dangerous threat is on the horizon. The Arctic blast that follows is even more dangerous, bringing with it not just frigid air, but howling winds that cut through even the warmest layers. Temperatures will plummet 20-30 degrees in just a few hours, causing a sudden flash freeze. Roads that were just wet or slushy will quickly become sheets of ice, making travel treacherous and increasing the risk of accidents. Wind chills will be brutal. Gusts will make it feel even colder, sapping body heat in minutes and making outdoor conditions extremely hazardous. Expect single digits in the Midwest, with even the Southeast dipping into the teens, a rare and dangerous event for these regions. In the mountains, temperatures will plunge well below zero by Tuesday morning, creating life-threatening conditions for anyone caught outside. Frostbite can occur in 30 minutes or less, exposed skin is at risk, and even brief trips outdoors can be dangerous. Limit your time outdoors, dress in layers, and check on vulnerable neighbors, especially the elderly and those without adequate heating. Community support is crucial during events like this. The cold will reach deep into the south, bringing rare snow and ice to places unaccustomed to such extremes. Wind chills will drop into the 20s in the Florida Panhandle, a shock for a region more familiar with sunshine than frost. Even as far south as Orlando, residents will wake up to temperatures in the 30s, a rare and chilling sight for central Florida. This is a national cold event, stretching from coast to coast and affecting millions. Cold advisories are in effect across multiple states. No region is untouched, whether you're in the north, south, east, or west, the deep freeze will be felt everywhere. The worst of the cold will grip the country from Monday night through Wednesday morning, with the most dangerous conditions overnight and at dawn. The good news is that by midweek, temperatures will gradually begin to moderate, and the worst will be behind us. But for 36 hours, millions will face life-threatening cold. Prepare now, stock up on essentials, insulate your home, and make sure pets are safe indoors. This freeze is fast and unforgiving. Roads, trees, and cars will ice over in minutes, catching many off guard. Stay inside, stay warm, and stay safe. The deep freeze is here. Let's get through it together. Travel will be treacherous across much of the country. Monday's commutes will be hit hardest. Snow and flash freezing will overwhelm road crews. Bridges and overpasses will ice first. Mountain and snowbelt roads may become impassable. Getting stranded in these conditions is life-threatening. Reconsider travel plans. Air travel will see major delays and cancellations from Chicago to Atlanta. Check your flight status often. Even after the snow stops, cold temps will keep roads icy for days, especially on untreated surfaces. Black ice will be a major hazard. Slow down and drive cautiously. If you must travel, be prepared for sudden changes and dangerous conditions. Safety is priority one. Here's how to prepare. Have an emergency kit, flashlights, batteries, food, water, blankets, and warm clothes. Keep generators and fireplaces ready, but never use them indoors. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Let faucets drip and open cabinets to prevent frozen pipes. Know where your water shutoff is. Bring pets inside. If it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them. Dress in layers, wear a hat and mittens, and cover your mouth outdoors. Watch for frostbite and hypothermia. Get inside if you notice symptoms. Prep your car. Keep the gas tank half full, check tires and fluids, and pack a winter kit. If stranded, stay in your vehicle, run the engine occasionally, and keep the exhaust clear. Stay informed with local updates, and be ready to act quickly. Preparation now can save lives. Take this storm seriously. Your safety depends on it. This storm is a powerful reminder of nature's force. Respect it and prepare. We've covered the science, the threats, and the steps you need to take. Check on neighbors, bring pets inside, and get your home and car ready. The challenges are real. Power outages, dangerous travel, and extreme cold. But with preparation and common sense, we'll get through this together. The storm will pass, the cold will ease, and the sun will return. Stay tuned to local updates, make smart choices, and look out for one another. Stay safe, stay warm, and respect the power of winter.